Hello, YouTube. All right, I just want to do a quick follow-up video about Southwest Airlines and the fiasco they had in December here, late December, around the holidays, around Christmas, due to the bad weather and their antiquated computer system for assigning crews and flights and stuff. They had to cancel, I don't know, more than 10,000. I think it was like 15 to 20,000 flights. People got separated from their luggage, and long story short, I was on vacation to Las Vegas and then California, and thought we had avoided fiasco because we came back on like January 3rd, I think. But it went smoothly until we landed in Houston. And I think it was like Hobby Airport is where I think we were. But the flights started getting canceled and all sorts of weird stuff started happening. So long story short, I got stranded in Houston for about 8 hours. And separated from my luggage, didn't know what was going to happen. And was left on my own to rebook a flight, which was not exactly a pleasant experience. You're at the airport, and you're scrambling to rebook a flight, and the staff was kind of upset. The Southwest Airlines staff was stressed because all this stuff was happening live and nobody knew quite what was going on, and basically thousands of people were getting stranded and messed up and upset. Anyhow, I ended up contacting Southwest Airlines to complain. They have a website and an area designated to customer complaints and stuff like that. And I went ahead and filled out all the information that they requested, took a picture of the receipt for the food I spent. Being stuck there, I ended up having to buy lunch and then dinner. And I only had the receipt for my lunch, but guesstimated what it would cost for dinner, and also had to rearrange a ride, transportation from the airport at pickup because we were delayed, and didn't have the receipt or anything for that either, and did try to claim lost work because of missing basically we didn't get in till like 2 a.m. 1 or 2 a.m. So that was the next day. It was like one day later, which meant we couldn't go to work the next day because we were wiped out. But long story short, Southwest Airlines ended up paying me $160. That didn't cover the lost wages, but it did cover the food purchases and the ride. And although I only had the receipt for one food purchase, they went ahead and honored my request for dinner. I told them the request for lunch was like $36 or something like that, and I had the receipt for that. But dinner I figured would be about $40 or $50, so I guesstimated that. And then I told them the ride, for the gas and all that other stuff, rearranging it would be about another $70, $80. And what they ended up doing was sending me a check. Well, not a check. They went through a company that pays you through PayPal. So they gave me $160, and I went through the link that they sent to me, and the company sent me the money to PayPal. So it took about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks since the incidents. Because I think is it the 23rd now, January? Yeah, so it was like 20 days, so like 3 weeks. But kudos to Southwest Airlines for actually not ignoring the complaint and for following through and at least reimbursing me what they felt they could. I think the other thing that impressed me about Southwest was the fact that, one, I got home safely, and when I did get to the Orlando International Airport, my luggage was there waiting for me. So my luggage didn't get lost, which would have sucked because my car keys, my work keys, and everything were in it. That was critical. So kudos to them for not losing my luggage. Also, you know, as I've been monitoring the situation, I found out that, you know, the workers, the Southwest Airlines workers, the pilots and all the other people working for Southwest have been complaining about the whole system and everything, and we're actually threatening to go on strike. But they did work through the crisis. It was really stressful for everybody, and I can imagine it was super, super stressful for the crews. Southwest is apparently paying the pilot and the stewardess and all the other people like 50% of their, I think, their salary as appreciation pay. So they're at least honoring the people who didn't just quit. They're giving it, that's a pretty decent amount of pay. They get like 50% of their salary, their base salary, as a little bonus for continuing to work despite the craziness of what was going on those past 2-3 weeks when all that stuff fell apart. So would I fly Southwest again? Yeah, I would. You know, hopefully I'm monitoring their situation to make sure they did upgrade their booking system and their flight system so that they can hopefully avoid this chaos that occurred, because it sucked being stuck, you know, and not where you're supposed to be. But the customer service, I would say, is par none, one of the best that I've experienced. You know, it took them 3 weeks, but during that whole process, they did email me letting me know that they were behind and they were working quickly to try to resolve it. And then, you know, once they got it resolved, I got my money within 1 day of them letting me know that, you know, I would be getting money. So kudos to them, and not for making me have to jump through, you know, hoops to get my money. And of course the flight, you know, during the flight, the staff were, you know, other than at the airport where I had to rebook, but the staff, you know, on the airplanes and stuff itself were courteous and great. You know, it was a really smooth flight. Everything went well. I'm just glad I made it home safely, and they didn't lose my luggage. So kudos to the management of Southwest Airlines for not being defensive. You know, when the big fatal flaw in their system and how they handled situations was pointed out, it looks like they are actually trying to fix things. So we'll see what happens with their reservation system and their rerouting, you know, workers, you know, to make sure they're where they need to be. We'll see if they're able to fix it and get that fixed. But in the meantime, Southwest Airlines does have, you know, some of the best rates for flying in the United States. And like I said, their service was really good, including when things went bad. So I'd recommend Southwest Airlines despite what happened. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Stay safe and safe flying. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.